Hello and once again welcome back to Financial Cycles by Nitin Mandari. Now we'll have an update on the stocks. So stocks will start with all the stocks usual ones. So the one stock I'll try and cover everything whatever is there in my list because the market is crashing and people are having no idea what to do next. So Adani Enterprises, if you remember, it is above the monthly line, and I have been the first time I started tracking this, and I told to sell short is around these levels once it crossed above the monthly line. Second time it again went above the monthly line and failed. Now look at it where it is holding right now. So it has closed few ticks above the Mars price line. It is written here, and this is a daily, I could say, trend change and stop loss point or activator point. So here, this becomes a now important point 1700. It has closed 1675, and this is stochastics here. I think this is the candidate for going below 1605 or maybe 1450. It looks like, you remember what has happened in the Tata Steel when we started tracking at 1400 level, 1400 के आसपास we started talking about this, and अभी ये मार्स लाइन इसका 1675 है, that is Adani Enterprises. And आपका इधर रिस्क ऊपर के लिए यही है कि you can, it can go to again to the monthly line, but उसके पहले you have a 1700 as a psychological mark, 1700 as and above this is a previous high. So watch this for Monday. अगर ये इसके नीचे जाता है, मार्स लाइन के नीचे जाता है, which means Mars is the planet for control. So इसका मतलब कि bears have taken a control on this stock. So keep these levels in mind. My bias is negative for the stock for a long time, but I'm not suggesting to trade because it's a highly manipulated and it is highly cornered. So be very careful when you trade these kind of stocks because it's illiquid as well. Asian Paints, it is into neutral zone. It has came off to Mars line. It has came on to weekly line. Below 3100, these are the two lines. I think it is going for 2900, 2020 level. So another 200 point, there is a possibility on the downside. If I do a quick expansion from this low to this low, this high to this low, and draw it from here. So that also is coming, 1x is coming around the 2880 level. So that's a possibility, but it needs to break below 3100 because these are two strong support point. ये दो बहुत ही strong support points है. It needs to go below convincingly. अभी in these none of the candles are looking great. और अगर आपने अभी थोड़ी देर पहले मेरा निफ्टी का वीडियो देखा, there is an important thing I spoke about is a GAN, how GAN used to look when the market or a stock top or bottom is happening. That is clear indication here also. Then the Axis Bank. So look at the what is happening to the Axis Bank. Yeah, this is how it works. The monthly line is going down. Now it keep going down. Every day we think that this will be here, but it is not because the fall is so much, and we are at the end of the month almost. So monthly line has become very much down. So the line for support for Axis now has shifted to 650. Highly oversold, but it is oversold from 720. So it is still oversold. It needs to curl up. It needs to go back above 20 mark and show a sign of straight curl up. Then only it is worth looking going long. Until then, stay aside or maybe wait for a right time. But remember, whenever these kind of monthly lines are broken and it bounces back, they are very strong move. It is opposite. Look at this chart here at the top. It went above, it failed, and then it crashed. So within a day, it will give a huge move. So the same will happen when it is at the bottom side. Bajaj Finserv, I've been talking about this for a long time. It has came to the Mars price line. Let's see if it reaches the monthly line. Stochastics have curled down. And as I said earlier multiple times, these are illiquid stocks, highly managed, manipulated. This is a Bank of Baroda, one of the PSU stocks. Sorry, this is a Mars price line again, and once it gave up, it is done. If you remember, I was covering this stock from here, and when it once it broke above our monthly line, I stopped it. I told now it is done. It is done for the time. Now it has to come down, and it is down. So let's see if it comes to 75, 78 levels. That would be the level to a strong level to go long. Bharti Airtel, so it is moved exactly the way I wanted. It hardly happens like this. It went above the monthly line. We spoke about this that it should go here, and now what happened? Look at it. In the one day it is gone. So let it come back to 710, 700 zone. That's the level to think about going long on this stock, or a move back above 745. Why? Because stochastics are still bullish. So for some reason, if it starts moving back above 745, yes, it looks good. Britannia, so monthly line is 35.10. Keep a eye. I think it can go there. There is a possibility, or maybe the Mars line that would be the better level to enter between 3400 or 3515. Or once it starts moving back above Uranus line, which is 3640. This is a Bitcoin. I'm not doing it. Let's see what is happening on the Bitcoin. Okay, so it is below the Venus price line. Venus controls the Bitcoins. Gold, let me see if there is something happening on the gold. So gold has found the support on the midpoint monthly line, and that line is 1790.95. So keep an eye on that. It has gone to a oversold zone very quickly. A PB is coming. I told earlier also, once PB is confirmed, gold is going to rally maybe here, somewhere here. HDFC Bank. So what did I say about it? I said buy only when it crosses 1530, otherwise don't touch it. It is coming to 1490 or maybe 1475 or below, which looks a possibility right now. And on a rally to the bank nifty, this will be the stock which will rally. So keep that in mind. HDFC. So did I say that it doesn't look good here? Look at the stock. Look what how much it failed to the 120 rupees only, and this is a stock which has 10, 11, 12% weightage in the nifty, not the bank nifty. So if you know the nomenclature and the weightage of the stocks, you can gaze and you can forecast. I don't use the word predict, I use the forecast. You can forecast where the market is going. So watch this line 2750. I think there is more juice towards 2690 or maybe 2560 to create panic. These are the stocks which will be used, which has a huge heavyweight, which are huge heavyweight stocks and huge weightage on the Nifty and Bank Nifty. HDFC Life, so it's came to our level almost there. Let it go below 660 or maybe 650 and bounce back. That will be the time to look at to go long. Until then, don't touch it. Or there is another level which I use to go long. This is a 675. If you remember in the past also 675 it has consolidated for a long time. Hero Moto, so it has almost reached the 2500 mark. let it go below it and then bounce it. That would be the good time to go long in the Hero Motocorp. Hindustan Unilever. So 2300 is the key level. This is a monthly line. I have drawn a GAN reversal day based on the cycles. So it is near the reversal cycle date, and stochastics are curling down, but still I think it is going down further, maybe below 2300. That would be the time to look for uh, going long in the Hindustan Unilever. ICICI Bank, yesterday, day before, it was very clear warning. It needs to go above. It needs to go above this, otherwise it is in trouble. And look at what has happened. So maybe it could come back to 690 or maybe below it, because these all lines are suggesting it is not looking good. It looks into trouble. What can change on the upside? So this is a good thing to keep in mind. So this high, which is 735, which is 10-12 rupees higher, keep that in mind, and that could be the level. I'll keep that line here, and this will be the line which can give us a understanding that whether it is going up or not. So 737 is the line for on the upside. Indocent, very clear. So now you would have understand what is the power of these lines. This huge line we put, that was a Lakshman Rekha, and now what has happened? It has came all the way down to. So maybe it is near the bottom, though it is a falling knife. Nobody knows, but maybe it will come somewhere here, 888 or 870 or maybe 850. That could be the proper level to go along with the limited downside from here. But keep in mind, this stock has been notorious, and it has been, look at this chart. So it dropped from 2000 level to 200, 10x. So when you invested 100 rupees here, it became 10 rupees here. So keep that in mind. This stock is notorious, and it has rallied from 200 to 1200. So still on the bigger cycle, it could do big trouble. So if you are trading this, be very careful. Infosys, as I mentioned, there is a juice on the downside. The line is 1670 and below, or maybe 1650 on the upside, above 1720 only to go long. Rupee, I think I covered, and let me see what is happened on the rupee also, because it is important to track. And look at it, what has happened. So super move. This is the power of monthly lines. 74.50, 74.70 today, and maybe 75.50, 60. That is the level. When the rupee goes here, Nifty goes down, all these stocks go to the monthly line. That is the time you can confidently think that market is bottoming. ITC, I clearly mentioned that it has gone this level. I stopped covering also, but somebody told me that please cover that also. So I started covering again back. So wait for 200, 217, 210, 15, 200 and 11 back to home. And look at this structure. This is a drooping head and shoulder pattern. I don't know what is happening on this stock. If this goes, it goes for somewhere here under. The head and shoulders are um, such a important patterns. These are the only pattern I use. I don't use those cup and whatever, the sparrow and the kabutar and the kutta and the billy and the gadha. I don't use all those patterns. I use only one pattern, that is head and shoulder, because it works very well. In the Nifty, it was very clearly and very, it was very clear pattern here. Look at here. And the day it broke the neckline, the target was 1600 and 600, 1600, 400, and that was mentioned in my newsletter. So coming back to ITC, it doesn't look good. To me, it is coming 220, 217, 215, whatever level. Watch it, and these kind of stocks you should trade with the options. I do it like the HDFC Life last 6 months. It is at this one level: buy the future and sell the call, eat the premium. So that's how you should do it in these kind of stocks. Kotak Bank, it is curling down from the neutral zone, which is not a good sign. That could take Kotak Bank back to 1850 or maybe 1780. So I mentioned about the Kotak Bank, it moves in the huge gaps and huge moves happen in this stock once it is done with the consolidation. Look at this again. This is again a kind of head and shoulder, not a clear one, but it is again a kind of head and shoulder. Once it breaks this low, it is gone. Below 1930, it is gone. So keep an eye on this also. Larson, yesterday I mentioned that if it doesn't break above this weekly line, it looks dangerous. And look at when it broke the Uranus line. Uranus is known for this kind of situations like this happen to the Larson. In one day, it drops 60, 70, 80 rupees. Look at these. Remember, go back in my videos and check. This is a monthly line. I've been talking every day about this, and I was saying, let's see how long it can hold. Look at all these candles. These candles, none of these candles are the positive except this one or maybe two. I can't, these are the clear distribution pattern. So big boys or whosoever holding above the monthly line, selling, 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 and one fine day, doom, doom, doom. Now it is ready for 1680 or maybe 1675. Once again it starts moving back above line, then only it looks good. McDowell, I told very clearly yesterday, I'm not looking at this. I want to see it lower, then only I will touch it because the pattern is disturbed, pattern is not looking good. So I don't think it is still out of woods. It looks trouble, and it looks into trouble, and let it cross 900 at least, or maybe I will see if it cross 920 zone, 925 zone. This line, this is very strong line now. So natural gas, I started covering and look what has happened today. Five, it was at five level. Five was a psychological level, and today it went all the way to 535. Now it is 560. So that is how it works when you know the psychological levels. So Reliance has trapped everybody. Yesterday, everybody was so excited with the Reliance because it held the Nifty up, and today it couldn't cross this line. Go back and check yesterday's video. What I said, let it cross this 2510. Otherwise, this could be a fake out move, and exactly that has happened. It dropped back, and now it is into neutral zone. This is the stock. It is again a 14% or 15% weightage in the Nifty. These are the stocks which can drag Nifty lower and create a panic. Another PSU bank, SBI, the hero of everybody. And now what has happened? It is below the monthly line, below the Uranus price line, stochastics curl down. Let's wait for 455 or maybe 430. That could be the level which looks a good level to go long. Tata Motor 532 was my level when I started covering this, and I told this is the stock one should sell short. Everybody was bullish at that time in this stock. Look at where it is. It has broken this support also. It needs to go back above this support, otherwise it is ready for 429, and don't ask me, it could be the worst case to 330. Tata Steel, it is trying to hold, trying to find some support, but not yet. Looks like it will go more lower because stochastics curl down from the oversold zone. And last one, TCS. So still it is holding The front today also it supported Nifty. It went down, but it got supported, and it is at the monthly line, not the monthly line, weekly line, and the monthly support line is there, which is 33.48. It's good if it goes there and bounces off. That would be the perfect level to go long. Not yet, or let it cross the 34.70. Today it went above 34.70, but it couldn't sustain. That is also a concern, and it is close below the midpoint also. So watch tomorrow. Tomorrow means Monday. That midpoint as well as the weekly line. So guys, that's all for all these stocks. I tried and covered everything, whatever I can cover. And thank you for watching and subscribing. Hope these stocks, ideas, and analysis are helping you guys. Thank you so much.